Hello everyone, I am back with another video, and in this video I will be choosing a TBR. And this way is different. No one's choosing for me and I'm not choosing for myself. The TBR is not choosing, a generator's not choosing. You want to know what's choosing my TBR this time? And I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm kind of scared. A playlist is choosing my TBR this time. It's scary. It's scary. I don't know how many songs. I have 15 songs on this playlist. A bunch of my favorite artists are on this playlist. Like we have some Chase Atlantic, love them. Shawn Mendes. We got some BTS on here. We got some Hamilton. I love Hamilton. We have a lot of different people and different artists on here. Don't worry guys, there's Taylor Swift on here. I know how the book community goes about Miss Taylor Swift. She's on here, okay? So, yeah. I'm gonna choose 7 books. I'm actually really scared. I have these cards on here which basically tells me like which song goes to which book because I will forget. So, I have a way to remember. So, I'm going to choose the first book. I am going to screen record and then like so you guys could see it. I'll put it somewhere and then you guys will be able to see what I eventually end up choosing. The first song is Easy on Me by Adele. And that song goes with Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I've had this book for a very long time actually. I think I got it when I was in like 10th grade. I'm going into my sophomore year of college. Yeah, I've had it for quite a while. It's time for it to be read. Next song is Happier by Olivia Rodrigo. So this song goes with, there's 2 songs that go with a book that I chose, and this song goes with Circe by Madeline Miller. I'm actually very excited to read this book. This is one of the Madeline Miller books that I think gets a bit of mixed reviews, so I am excited to see what I think of it. So yeah, Happier by Olivia Rodrigo. I think Olivia Rodrigo is so pretty. I do. I also love her music. So yeah. Next song, Easy on Me. Did I just do Easy on Me? I feel like I did. I did. Yellow by Coldplay. Okay, this song goes with The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Guess it's a Madeline Miller reading month. This song, I specifically, because what I did with this is I went into like book playlists, like playlists that you would choose when you're like reading a book, and I picked songs from that playlist. And I've heard that The Song of Achilles is like really sad, and for some reason every time I listen to Yellow by Coldplay I get sad, so that's why I chose the song for this one. So looks like it's a Madeline Miller reading month in August. Hopefully I actually read the books. Who knows? Oh, Cruel Summer by Miss Taylor Swift herself. You guys see her? Yes. I love the song, actually. Anyways, this song goes with Normal People by Sally Rooney. This is such a loved book. Like, it's such a loved book. And I'm not excited to read it at all. Like, at all. You're probably like, why? Excuse her. That scared me so much. Anyway, I'm just not super excited to read this book. I'm nervous. That's the problem. I'm just really nervous about reading this book because you either like it or you don't. And I don't know which side of the spectrum I'm going to fall on. So that's why I'm scared. That's why I'm scared. But Normal People is the 4th book that we have chosen. Next is Swim by Chase Atlantic. I love Chase Atlantic. I just wanted to say that. I love Chase Atlantic. This song goes with Shatter Me. Okay. Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. Yeah. Do I need to be getting into another series right now? Absolutely not. But I mean, what the playlist says, we must do. So that's the fifth book. Next song is She Knows by J. Cole and Amber something. Amber Kaufman. Yeah. Anyway, She Knows. This song goes with the reappearance of Rachel Price. I'm glad we get a little bit of a different genre because we were getting a lot of, for some reason I group Madeline Miller books into fantasy, even though it's technically a Greek mythology retelling. I group them into fantasy. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I'm still going to continue to do it whether you think it's right or not. Anyways, I'm glad we now have a thriller. So the reappearance of Rachel Price is our sixth book. I might choose 8 books just because I think this is kind of fun. Then we have Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Our Story. I don't know if you guys know. I am a Hamilton girly. I live and die Hamilton. I love Hamilton. I know every single word to every single song in Hamilton. So they had to make an appearance. This song goes with the reappearance of, not the reappearance of Rich Price, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So that is our 7th book. We have another fantasy book. All of these books are not getting read in August. I hope you guys know that. I hope you guys know I'm not reading all of these fantasy books in 1 month. I hope you guys know that. Especially not in August. We can act like I will, though. Next song. So Dancing in the Dark was the other book, or the other song for Cersei. I couldn't choose between Happier and Slow Dancing in the Dark, so I chose both. I didn't expect to get both of them, though. I Hate You, I Love You. This song goes with The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. We have a romance. So I used to listen to I Hate You, I Love You nonstop when I was younger. I used to listen to it all of the time, so it's definitely a song that really hits me in the core, you know? But The Wall of Winnipeg and Me is also a book that I feel like will hit me in the core because it is a football sports romance, and I am a football girl. I grew up around football. I am still surrounded by football all the time. I cheered. My brothers, all of them have played football. Like, I come up from a football family, so therefore I am a football girl. Therefore, okay, I thought it was going to play. Therefore, I really think I'm going to like The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, but I also think I'm going to be very critical about it because I know about football. So, we shall see, but I am glad that I did get this book. So, that is the last of me choosing. This was kind of fun, guys. Kind of scary, but kind of fun. I think I'll do it again. Probably not. Finding songs for these books was actually quite difficult, not gonna lie. But yeah, I will go grab the books and then I will then do a recap and tell you a little bit about the books, and then that'll be the end of this. This was a short video. That's not normal for my channel. Anyway, let me go get the books. Okay, so I have all of the books. They are in no particular order because I just grabbed them based off my memory, which is not very good these days. Anyways, I'm going to show you the books, read you the description, and tell you if I think I'm going to like it or not, if I'm excited to read it. And I'll tell you what song it was for. Yeah. Okay, so first book is Everything Everything by Nicole Yoon. This book was for Easy on Me by Adele. So for the... I've started this? I guess I have. It says, my disease is as rare as it is famous. Basically, I'm allergic to the world. I don't leave my house, have not left my house in 17 years. The only people I ever see are my mom and my nurse, Carla. But then one day, a moving truck arrives next door. I look out my window and I see him. He's tall, lean, and wearing all black. Black t-shirt, black jeans, black sneakers, and a black knit cap that covers his hair completely. He catches me looking and stares at me. I stare right back. His name is Ali. Maybe we can't predict the future, but we can predict some things. For example, I'm certainly going to fall in love with Ali. It's almost certainly going to be a disaster. So I do kind of know what this book is going to be. I've watched the movie. I love the movie, so I do think I'm going to like the book. So, yeah. I do think that this is going to be a good read. It is a young adult, so I think it'll also be a fast read, so that I can hopefully get through all these fantasy books that I got. But yeah, so this is the first book, Everything by Nicole Yoon. Next, we got Normal People by Sally Rooney. Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift gave me Normal People by Sally Rooney. Yeah, let's just read what this is about. At school, Connell and Marianne, Connell, I think, and Marianne pretend not to know each other. He's popular and well-adjusted as star of the school football team, while she is lonely, proud, and intensely private. But when Connell comes back to pick his mother up from her job at Marianne's house, a strange and indelible connection grows between the two teenagers, one they are determined to conceal. A year later, they are both studying at Trinity College in Dublin. Marianne has found her feet in a new social world while Connell hangs at the sidelines, shy and uncertain. Throughout their years at university, Marianne and Connell circle each other, straying toward other people and possibilities, but always magnetically, irresistibly drawn back together. As she veers into self-destruction and he begins to search for meaning elsewhere, each must confront how far they're willing to go to save the other. So there's that. One thing I do know about Sally Rooney, I feel like a lot of people love her, but a lot of people are also very iffy about her. And I think it's because of her writing style. She doesn't use quotation marks when doing dialogue. And I feel like that is going to throw me off, but I don't think it's going to throw me off as much as it throws other people off. But once again, we shall see. I genuinely do not know what I think I'm going to feel about this book. I genuinely do not know. Next, we have Circe by Madeline Miller. This was Happier by Olivia Rodrigo and Slow Dancing in the Dark by Joji. And this book is a Greek mythology retelling, as most of her books are, or both of them. She only has 2 books out, I'm pretty sure. But this is such a beautiful cover. Anyways, it says, in the house of Helos, god of the sun and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born, but Circe is a strange child, not powerful like her father, nor viciously alluring like her mother. Turning to the world of mortals for companionship, she discovers that she does possess power, the power of witchcraft, which can transform rivals into monsters and menace the gods themselves. Threatened, Zeus banishes Circe to a deserted island where she hones her occult craft and crosses paths with many of the most famous figures in all of mythology, including the Minotaur, Daedalus, and his doomed son Icarus, the murderous Medea, and of course wildly I don't know how to say these words. Odysseus, y'all know what I mean. But there is danger too, for a woman who stands alone, and Circe unwittingly draws the wrath of both men and gods, ultimately finding herself pitted against one of the most terrifying and vengeful of the Olympians. To protect what she holds dear, Circe must summon her strength and choose once and for all whether she belongs with the gods she is born from or the mortals she has come to love. I do think I'm going to like this. I think I'm going to like this. Whenever it's Greek mythology, I eat it up. I eat up Greek mythology each and every time. So I do think I'm going to like this. I think I'm going to love it. And like girl power, you know? Girls, love. I'm a girl. So I support Circe. Whether she's right or wrong, she's right in my eyes. Next, we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This book was because of Yellow by Coldplay. I've heard really sad things about this book. That's all I've heard. It says Achilles, the best of all the Greeks, son of the cruel sea goddess Thetis and the legendary king Peleus, is strong, swift, and beautiful, irresistible to all who meet him. Patroclus is an awkward young prince exiled from his homeland after an act of shocking violence. Brought together by a chance, they forge an inseparable bond despite risking the god's wrath. They are trained by the centaur Chiron in the arts of war and medicine, but when word comes that Helen of the Sparta has been kidnapped, all the heroes of the Greeks are called upon to lay siege to Troy in her name. Seduced by the promise of a glorious destiny, Achilles joins their cause and torn between love and fear for his friend. Patroclus follows. Little do they know that the cruel fates will test them both as never before and demand a terrible sacrifice. So I do think I'm going to like this book. I do think I will enjoy this. However, I do think this book is going to make me cry. I'm sensitive. I cry at a lot of things, and I do think this is going to make me cry. I do. Especially if Yellow is in the reading playlist. I'm gonna cry. I am. And I'm prepared for it. So it's not like I didn't know. It's not like I wasn't aware. Next, we have The Reappearance of Rachel Price. This book was because of She Knows by J. Cole. And I think we all know why. Because, like, the reappearance, like, she knows. Maybe you guys won't get that. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. You guys don't need to get it. Lights, Camera, Lies. 18-year-old Belle has lived her whole life in the shadow of her mom's mysterious disappearance. 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished, and young Belle was the only witness. But she has no memory of it. Rachel is gone, long presumed dead, and Belle wishes everyone would just move on. But the case is dragged up from the past when the Price family agrees to a true crime documentary. Belle can't wait for filming to end for life to go back to normal, and then the impossible happens. Rachel Price reappears, and life will never be normal again. Rachel has an unbelievable story about what happened to her. Unbelievable because Belle isn't sure it's real. If Rachel is lying, then where has she been all this time, and could she be dangerous? With the camera still rolling, Belle must uncover the truth about her mother and find out why Rachel Price really came back from the dead. From world-renowned author Holly Jackson comes a mind-blowing masterpiece about one girl's search for the truth and the terror in finding out who your family really is. I do think I'm gonna like this. I love a good thriller book. I love a good, like, mystery. I do. So I do think I'm gonna like this. I've never read any Holly Jackson book, so we'll see. But I do think that I will enjoy this for the most part. Next, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. The book, or the song that chose this is Who Lives, Who Dies from the Hamilton cast. I've already done my spiel about Hamilton. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared of this book. I don't even really know why. But I am scared of this book. But let's see what it's about. Oh, I know why I'm scared of this book. It's like historical. I think that's why I'm scared. Anyway, France 1714, in a moment of desperation, a young woman named Adeline meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. As she realizes the limitation of her Faustian bargain, being able to live forever without being able to be remembered by anyone she sees, Addie chooses to flee her small village as everything she once held dear is torn away. But there are still dreams to be had and a life to live, and she is determined to find excitement and satisfaction in the wide, beckoning world, even if she will be doomed to be alone forever. Or not quite alone, as every year on her birthday, the alluring Lou comes to visit, checking to see if she is ready to give up her soul. Their darkly thrilling game stretches through their ages, seeing Addie witness history and fight to regain herself as she crosses oceans and tries on various lives. It will be 300 years before she stumbles into a hidden bookstore and discovers someone who can remember her name, and suddenly everything changes. I've heard so many good things about this book. So I feel like I need to like it, and I feel like I'm going to like it, but I just have not brought myself to actually read it. So hopefully August will be the month where I bring myself to read this book. We will see. Next, we have Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi, and the book that chose this was Swim by Chase Atlantic. I love Swim. I went on a phase where I listened to Chase Atlantic back to back all the time. I still kind of do that. Like, I listen to their songs a lot, but it's not like over and over and over again. Like, I really, it was a time to be alive, you know? But Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I've heard so many things about this book. Now, this is a part of a series. I'm in quite a bit of series. Do I need to start another one? Am I going to? So, let's read what this is about. It says, the moon understands what it means to be human, uncertain, alone, cratered by imperfections. No one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her. Plans to use her as a weapon, but Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time, to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. In the electrifying first book in the Shatter Me series, Tahira Mafi presents a riveting dystopian world, a thrilling superhero story, and an unforgettable heroine. One thing I will give Tahira Mafi, these covers, I actually love these covers. I love the covers. I don't know if people don't like the covers, but I really do like them. But I'm really just on the fence. Like, I don't know if I'm going to like these books. I really hope I like these books because I have the entire series. That's me problem. That's my fault. But I really do hope that I do like these books. Not just because I have the whole series, but just because I really want to like the books. And yeah, I do also wonder what team I'm gonna be on. There's Team Aaron and Team. Sorry, I just want to find his name. I don't know who the other guy is, but there's an Adam and then there's another guy. And I think Adam is the one that like everyone likes, like Warner. Or is Adam a different person than Warner? I don't know. Obviously, these questions will be answered if I read the book, but we'll see if that happens. Anyway, Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. Lastly, we have The Wall of Winnipeg by Mariana Zapata. And the book, or the song that shows this, is I Hate You, I Love You by Nash. I've talked about that song and also how I feel about this book. I do think I'm gonna like this book, but let me read the back to you guys. Vanessa Masur knows she's doing the right thing. She shouldn't feel bad for quitting. Being an assistant housekeeper fairy godmother to the top defensive end in the National Football Organization was always supposed to be temporary. She has plans and none of them include washing extra large underwear longer than necessary. But when Aiden Graves shows up at her door wanting her to come back, she's beyond shocked. For 2 years, the man known as the Wall of Winnipeg couldn't even find it in him to tell her good morning or congratulate her on her birthday. Now, he's asking for the unthinkable. What do you say to the man who is used to getting everything he wants? I started this at one point when I was on campus, but like the book just like really it wasn't time for me to read the book. I was not in the mood for the book, so I stopped. But I do think I'm gonna like this book. I've only read one other Mariana Zapata book, which is crazy considering I have like 5 of her books. Don't judge me. But I do think that if I'm going to like love a Mariana Zapata book, I loved Culty. But if I do think I'm gonna love one of her other books, it's gonna be this one. Just because I feel like I can relate so much to this book because I know so much about football. So yeah, those are the 8 books of my TBR of August. This is quite an ambitious TBR. I'm never letting my playlist pick my TBR again. Cause who do you guys think I am? Who do you think I am? Not this capable. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys liked seeing my reactions to getting these books. And if you guys have read any of these books, tell me how you feel about these books in the comments. Specifically, tell me how you feel about Shatter Me. Shatter Me and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Don't spoil anything, but tell me if you guys have read these books and like those books, because those are the ones I think I am the most intrigued by out of the ones that I've gotten. Also, Normal People. Those 3. Shatter Me, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and Normal People. Tell me how you guys feel about those books, because I think those ones I am the most intrigued by because I've heard the most things about those, and I've heard a lot of mixed things about Normal People. So if you guys have read any of those, tell me your opinions about those as well. Also the other books, tell me your opinions about those, and if you guys have liked them, read them, or if they're also on your TBR. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please comment and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.